Hello everybody. Today I'll be reviewing Shiva set, also known as Shiva of the East. Now Shiva set, he wears the Eastern armor, he uses the iron round shield and the curved greatsword murakumo. Now this is a really awesome set. I mean, once again, just something I'd overlooked in the game. Now the iron round shield, the only way to get in the game is to beat Shiva of the East. And to beat him, you have to either beat him in the right here in the Darkroot Garden, or you could beat him in Blighttown. And to even talk to him, you need to join the Hunter's Covenant. Now, what makes the Iron Round Shield just especially unique is that it has the same deflection properties as a Great Shield. Now, it may not have the best stability. It has some decent stability once it's upgraded to plus 14, and there's really, in my opinion, no point to upgrading it to plus 15 because the stability stays the same. So if you deflect an enemy's attacks, it'll put them in a position where you could get a free hit on them, assuming they don't roll away in time. But you know what I especially love about this set is the sword, the murakumo. Now there's only three curved greatswords in the game, and the murakumo is one of them. I believe the murakumo is one of the heaviest. Actually, it is the heaviest, as it does weigh the most, and its attacks are slightly slower than the others. So, the murakumo, it requires 28 strength and 13 dexterity. It scales an E with your strength and a B with your dex. And it requires lots of stamina to use. Each attack, it just takes up a ton of stamina. Now, of course, to join this covenant, you just need to talk to this cat, answer yes twice, and this is required to join the covenant to kill Shiva to get the Iron Round Shield in case you want it. Otherwise, it is possible to get the murakumo. Otherwise, you could get the murakumo from the giant skeletons in the Tomb of the Giants as well. Now, is the shield worth getting? Well, in my opinion, I don't think I really put it to good use in PvP. Maybe I wasn't using it right, but it's pretty uncommon that someone in PvP just attacks your shield constantly over and over again, especially if they have a light weapon, a weapon that can be easily deflected like a spear or a rapier. So here in Blighttown, he'll teach you the gesture "Look Skyward," and to me this gesture kind of reminds me of like a shake my head emote. Now the weapons that he'll sell you are, well, some of them are unique. Most of them are just like regular weapons though, although all of them are pretty somewhat difficult to find in the game. Weapons like the claw and the washing pole are unique to him. And he'll also sell you the Eastwood grain ring. It decreases the rate that your weapons lose durability. I don't know if it affects how much durability they use if you use a special attack of a weapon. That should be something that I should test out sometime. But anyways, yeah, I would recommend buying the washing pole from him, as it is a weapon that's specifically unique to him, as well as the claw. It's just the washing pole, it's arguably overpowered. And it is a pretty good weapon to use. It's just like a huge katana. Now you may notice this guy is his bodyguard, this little ninja guy with his katana, and he'll drop the dark wood grain ring for you. And some humanity, one humanity. And Shiva almost hit me right there. Oh, and of course once you attack his bodyguard, Shiva will start attacking you. And if you attack him in the forest, then all of the NPCs will just start attacking you, as it does count for betrayal of the covenant.
Have a look at my sword, for it's the last thing you will see.
So at this time, I had not upgraded my shield at all. I mean, on this character. So that's why I lose so much stamina when he kicks my shield. Now this guy, Shiva, he has 3 different dialogues. That's the second one right there. His little battle cry. Then once you kill him, you get his final dialogue. Now he says you won't be able to run far enough. No, that'd be pretty cool if they put in like some more people of the East in the next Souls game, and then maybe these NPCs in the next game could like come seek revenge for Shiva or something. But anyways, now back here. Now in this clip, I'll be showing you where to find his armor. Now Shiva's armor, it has very weak magic and lightning defense. I think it has a decent fire defense, probably below average, and its physical defense is pretty good. It's alright actually. But what's especially good about his armor is that it gives you extra protection against slash damage. Now, most slash damage will come from like dexterous weapons like katanas and all that, and washing poles. And I think that's pretty good, seeing that so many people use dexterous weapons. It's just the only thing is that while people use their dexterous weapons, they almost always have like another type of damage that goes with it. Like they may enchant it with their crystal magic weapon for magic damage, or they may have just upgraded it to plus 10 fire, and so on. Now for most of these PvE clips, I'll actually have my murakumo only at plus 5 and my shield unupgraded. So I may do a little damage. And right there you see me deflect his butcher knife attack, which that just shows you a very fine example of the potential of the shield. And don't want to get caught in that guy's grab attack. Once you see him swinging his left arm, that's when you know you gotta roll away or just kill him like I did right there. And I got a sack helmet or sack hat cover from that last butcher guy. Now here, I didn't feel like beating Smolf and Ornstein, and I needed to go here in this area just to get the very large ember, because I had not done so yet. And by the way, you guys, almost all of these clips, they will be on my level 80 to 100 character, which is the same character that I leveled up throughout the video. And he's I guess you could call him a murakumo build. He's a vitality build. He has like over 30 vitality, 40 endurance, 28 strength, and actually 20 dexterity. 20 dexterity because I actually originally planned to make him more of a dexterity build that relies on fire dex weapons and lightning dex weapons. Now here once again, I had not upgraded my shield nor my murakumo. I get a nice repulse attack on this Dark Wraith. If you have your item discovery high enough, then you'll increase your chances to find a titanite slab or a titanite chunk from these guys, these Dark Wraiths. One time I got like really lucky and I actually found one. I've never really tried farming for it or anything. Right there, I think I was checking something on my phone. So I go on, there's another Dark Wraith out here. And yeah, that's right, I'm fishing for backstabs. So right here, oh, never mind. Oh, by the way, the other reason that I really like the murakumo is, well, just the same reasons for liking all the other curved greatswords. It's really excellent at stunning and stun locking opponents, and it also has a pretty nice moveset actually. Especially the murakumo, although the Gravelord greatsword does have a nice thrust attack. And don't want to get caught in that guy's grab attack either. May just lose my humanity and maybe some life. That's a nice heavy attack then regular attack combo right there. It's pretty useful. So just as all the other heavy weapons in the game, the murakumo, it can be parried rather easily. And right here, I think fighting this guy, I show you how well it stun locks the enemy. Yeah, I go two-handed, which helps with the stun locking. And after the second hit, it usually stuns your enemy depending on how much poise they have. And if your enemy has 0 poise, then they will be 100% stun locked until you run out of stamina, from my observations. Now here you see me fighting Mr. Beautiful. Mr. Sunshine, you know, barfing out blobs of goo and whacking me with his tongue spear. Yeah, I had a feeling while I was fighting him that a dark wraith would come out of nowhere and like start attacking me. And soon enough, I realized that there's one right behind me. So now I kind of got a problem here. I got this guy that's letting these little red skeletons explode around me. And I got this dark wraith that's just like following me. Not to mention he's poking me with his tongue spear. Sure is a long tongue spear. They should have made a spear after that blob of goo guy. That would have been like even longer than the long spears we have. See how long that guy's spear is? It's probably like the longest spear in the game. That guy's little tongue spear. Oh, then watch, he does a vertical, a horizontal attack. All spear attacks by default are just straight parallel. Then luckily for me, the dark wraith got caught behind his large body. So the two-handed attacks are even better at stunning your enemy, as well as the jump attacks, of course, which makes sense. So like I said, throughout most of these PvE videos, clips, my weapon and shield were unupgraded. So thanks to my weapon not being upgraded, you could really see how well and awesome this sword can stun the enemy. See, I don't even need a shield, I just stunned that guy to death. And once again, it even does a pretty good job of stunning these guys. Now in PvP, I fought this one guy who was using a Dragon Slayer spear and the giant set and the Mask of the Mother. So thanks to the Murakumo being good at stunning, you know, I was actually able to defeat him pretty easily. Just luckily for me, the Dragon Slayer spear is not as good as stunning your enemy when they have some poise. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but the set gives you 36 poise, which is decent, but yeah, you could get better poise than that. Now beyond here is a large flame ember, of course, which is used for upgrading weapons to +10 fire, which is exactly why I was heading over here, because I needed that to get my murakumo to +10 fire, which is what I use for all of the PvP and later on in the video. Now this can be a little bit tricky and lethal if you're not careful. This narrow passage right here, especially with the huge targets that'll just like push you off easily. So I was kind of trying to lure him. Didn't want to get caught. And once again, see, just 2 hits and I already stunned him. Then after that, I don't think I was able to stun him at all. And ouch, 1 hit and he takes out like more than half of my life. But I head right in fearless. And I take him out with just 2 more hits. Now this is probably the quickest fight you'll ever see with a Titan demon. 1, 2, 3 hits and he's gone. Yeah, at this time, at that last clip, I had upgraded my murakumo to +10 fire. And I believe for the rest of this video, my murakumo will be +10 fire. My shield will be fully upgraded to +14. Well, that's not fully upgraded, but yeah, it's just not worth that Titanite slab, you know. Titanite slabs are pretty rare. You only get like, I think, maximum of 2 or, yeah, 2 per playthrough. Gotta use them wisely. Man, that guy deflected my murakumo right there, you see that? Makes me wonder if the murakumo is easily deflected. That guy was just using some low-level weak shield, so I'd assume it has no special deflection. Nah, there's no way that can have any special deflection properties, so my guess is that the murakumo could possibly be easily deflected, which would be interesting. I failed to parry that guy. I don't know if you can even parry a dash attack. But yeah. So now on to the PvP. And of course, for all the PvP clips, I was invading as a forest hunter, as That's very, very relevant. Now, I could have been using the dark wood grain ring, except in order to get that, I would have to betray the Forest Hunter Covenant, and I don't think I can, um, what do you call it, abolish your sins after killing someone in a covenant and join them again. If you injure them, you can abolish your sins and join the covenant again, but I don't think that works if you kill an NPC. Now, this person was pretty interesting, going no shield, just trying to parry me. You know, if I had successfully attacked this person, she possibly could have parried me. Actually, on second thought, this looks like a 0 poise person. If I had successfully attacked this person, I probably could have stun locked her. I just barely thought about that. But I defeated her pretty easy nonetheless. And of course, in the Forest Hunter Covenant, once you get your first kill, you talk to the cat, Alvina. She gives you a divine blessing. And then once you get 3 kills, you talk to her again and she'll give you a ring of fog. You know, back in the good old days of back in the good old days of Dark Souls, you know, the ring of fog used to be overpowered because you couldn't target one who uses the ring of fog. And this is the guy that I was talking about. He uses the giant set, the dragon slayer spear, and the mother. Wait, no, yes, that's the mother's mask, I believe. Yes, that's what it looks like. Now watch this right here. He stunned me, but he didn't stun lock me, and I was able to get 2 hits on him to finish him off. And I believe I get some more footage of me fighting that person, or someone who has a similar build to that person. Now this is just some random clip. That person had already been weakened by another. Actually, that person had already been weakened by an NPC. So I finished him off pretty easy. Very easy. Now, throughout my PvP, I had a lot of good footage, and I don't know how that guy didn't backstab me. Pretty sure he was being honorable not to backstab me, but apparently I had not realized that when I was fighting him. And I had really assumed that I had killed that white phantom. I thought I did, but I guess not. I suppose I was just afraid of being backstabbed. Alright, maybe it's not such an honorable opponent if he uses the flask. But I took out more life than he healed anyways, so no big deal. And of course he starts to run away once his little white phantom is vanquished. Run, run, run with your Ornstein set, bro. And he has the grass crest shield, very nice. For extra stamina. He tries summoning some white phantom again. But I get a very nice dash attack on him. So yeah, the moveset of the Murakumo is really awesome. I like the dash attack. Now the one-handed dash attack and the heavy attack are very similar, as well as the two-handed dash attack and the two-handed heavy attack are similar to each other. Now this was just a random person that I just invaded the same person with him at the same time. And well, we had some good teamwork, I suppose. He or she seems to be using his Y-hander, but whatever. His Y-hander's pretty good. Once again, here's another good old buddy using the giant set, the mother's mask. I believe this is the same person, it looks like it anyways. Look, just 2 hits and I stunned him. Then after that he stunned me and he was able to walk away. So obviously this guy has enough poise to resist being stun locked, but I can still stun him after 2 hits. Oh man, then he starts spamming Wrath of the Gods. He nearly gets me. He spends all 3 of them, then he runs out. I was afraid he had more, which is why I kind of backed away. I didn't want to die. And man, that's some good teamwork right there, you know. Person finishes them up. The host of the world off for us. Success. Lots of these fights are gonna be like 2v2, 1v2. When I got in here, I looked behind me and I saw, oh look, a free item. But it was just a blood red moss clump. Probably one of the most useless items in the game. Look at that guy's name, Thick Tree. Yeah, no comment. So yeah, we go on. This is another 2 versus 2 match. Oh, it's a small set guy. I don't actually remember fighting this guy, but I soon will. Surprised I didn't get backstabbed once again there. Look, I got stunned, but then I broke his guard, and I finished that guy off rather easy. Alright, now this person just finished my blue phantom buddy off. But now look, he starts successfully attacking and boom! Repulse attacked. That guy got pwned. Well, not quite. Now he got pwned. He could have rolled away probably. Unless he was a medium set. Seems like a lot of people here. Well, actually, yeah. The forest is it's an infamous place for 1 versus 2s. And you know, that doesn't really bother me, but what bothers me is when people are cheap. Oh, and watch this right here. 0 poise, I stun lock that person perfectly, except I run out of stamina. And once again, I stun lock that person perfectly. Oh, almost perfectly. They actually had enough poise to get away. So if you're fighting the murakumo, it's probably like must have to have some decent poise, otherwise you'll get stunned like that. And that's true for any of the curved great swords if you're fighting against them. Look, I get a dash attack and finish that person off. I used my environment to my advantage, and that narrow area allowed me to do a one-on-one basically. So as I was saying before I started talking about stun locking again, is that 1 versus 2s don't really bother me. It just when both the people are like fishing for backstabs, just trying to take me out like I'm an NPC or something, you know, especially when they're using like some of the most powerful armor weapons in the game, it kind of bothers me then. So I knew this was gonna be a 1 versus 2, so I knew I had to have some kind of upper hand advantage, but I didn't actually get a clean hit on that person. I did hit their shield. They were trying to use their soul mass on me. So obviously this person's like low defense to no defense. So one simple backstab and goodbye. Then watch this. Boom. Oh man, that was a sick finish. Luckily for me, that person had like no HP practically. Man, I really do. I just like the way the moveset looks for this weapon. Not to mention it's great at stun locking. So I saw that person cast Tranquil Walk a piece. So I knew immediately I needed to back up here. And once again, this is a great place for 1 versus 2s. When you're outnumbered, it's a very narrow area. Except for the fact that this person had some sorceries to back their host up. Now look at this guy, sneaky sneak. That's pretty funny. He surprised that white phantom. Too bad he couldn't take him out. So there were several matches where I saw there's one, it would be a 1 versus 2, but I knew it would be very wise to just stay back for a while, cross my fingers, and hope another blue phantom would evade. But then next thing I know is that, well, the NPCs started helping me. Now this match is sort of confusing. Now look, I guess I hit the white phantom somehow. I suppose I just barely hit him with the awesome attack radius of the murakumo. Or maybe it was an invisible guardian that finished him off for me, right? Nah, it was probably the attack radius. So let's see, what do we have here? Some people already fighting. Oh wait, it's an NPC. Flask. Whatever. It was only an NPC. Now the real fight starts, right? So, seems to me that this person is pretty legit. I assume this person didn't plan on getting invaded. Because, well, I don't know why that person went back to the corner. Rolled off. Nice one. Then I got some blue phantom there. Unnecessary, but yeah. Alright, now for this fight, it's really interesting. I knew of all the NPCs, the thief right there is probably one of the most useful, alongside with the cleric actually. The reason that the thief is the most useful is because he can actually backstab enemies and he can also well, he's pretty agile, so he's pretty good at dodging attacks, and as you can see, he's actually running away. Now look, I start running from the White Phantom, but I turn around and I take him out. Now right there, I believe that was a glitched backstab. I mean, he didn't really do damage to me, nothing significant. Then I finish him off with a dash attack and one simple attack. Man, that guy got swarmed towards the end there. The NPC, me, and the other blue phantom. Let's see, is this a legit 1 versus 1? The first of the day, the last of the day. Nah, actually, I do have one other 1 versus 1. At least one other. Oh, never mind, he has a phantom. Oh, wait. Looks like I got my NPCs helping me. NPCs of the Forest Hunter Covenant helping me once again. Oh, was this another guy? Oh, look, he was trying to backstab me, but I manually pivoted my character, used the curved greatsword stunning abilities, and took that guy out. I think if someone's fishing for a backstab and you're in the middle of attack, perhaps if you pivot your character manually, you'll prevent yourself from being backstabbed. I was just messing around with this guy, and obviously he didn't trust me. I wouldn't trust someone else if they were right towards my back while I was bowing. So I'd actually fought several people that were also using the murakumo, but I lost to them just because I had less poison than them. That's the reason that I believe I lost. And perhaps I had less HP because they were actually using the Mother's Mask. And watch, I just start spamming the R1 button. Once again, I pivot my character so I'm not backstabbed. And I was actually able to get just slightly more damage than he was able to get on me. Now you guys may notice throughout all my PvP videos that my HP is actually slightly going up. That's because I'm leveling up more and more after like each and every match. Leveling up well, at some point I just start using souls to level up. Now this guy decided to throw a poison dagger at me, but that didn't do much since I was able to get a dash attack on him. As he hit me with the poison dagger. Now I just came into this match and these two were already fighting a blue phantom. Luckily I was able to get that guy some backup. Now if you look on the ground over there, you see some of those lights, and usually people put down those lights when they defeat multiple enemies, or like for each enemy they'll put down one light. I think that's what some people do, or some people just randomly put them down. But anyways, I saw those lights and I just knew I have to kill these guys. They think they're on a kill streak or something. Then that blue phantom finishes that giant off. That giant set pro being sarcastically said. And now look at me, I'm being cornered. That's another awesome 1 versus 2 match. Now look, I was able to hit both those guys. Now this match is pretty insane, and once again in this match I do use the NPCs to my advantage. Now look, I was practically dead, and I knew I needed to back away because, well, that guy over there was just flasking them both, while I didn't have anything to heal myself except humanity. Now I really should have been killed right there, but I was somehow able to dodge his attacks. So now I want you guys to watch closely right here. Well, I get a backstab, but after that, watch, the NPC heals, but he heals me as well. Isn't that just awesome or what? I mean, come on, the Forest Hunter is like such an awesome covenant. Even the NPCs are backing you up, assuming the other players didn't kill the NPCs already. Luckily for me, these guys had not. Oh, that just gave me like nearly full HP. Then watch, I got even more NPC backup. He backstabbed him for me. Isn't that just awesome or what? Then once again, I don't know why, but this guy gets himself cornered. I have a little fail. I missed with that dash attack, but I hit him twice. I was thinking, oh, maybe I can Spartan kick him off, but that didn't work out. So this battle is probably like the best NPC teamwork you will ever see in Dark Souls. I mean, come on now. That cleric back there, he was like helping me attack that white phantom, then he healed me, and then the thief helped me backstab and finish off the host of the world. Now let's see, this is gonna be, oh no, this is gonna be a 2 versus 2. Now this guy that I'm fighting, I'm pretty sure he was just messing around. I mean, he's using a butcher knife that does like practically no damage. Pretty sure he's just messing around with the dash attack. So I saw that he had that weapon. I was like, this is not a serious weapon, nor is it a serious fighter. So I was just trying to be aware of the white phantom, making sure he wouldn't attack me while I wasn't looking or something. So we finished him off really easy, and then there's just this guy left. Actually, this sounds like a girl. Man, you can really never tell with the Hable set, but looks like my blue phantom got a nice chain BS. Just randomly jumping at the tree. Alright. Now this looks like another 2 versus 2. Another Hable set user. Nothing wrong with that, except that might just be this sword's weakness is high poise. And of course this sword does do very good damage. Upgrade to +10 fire does 632 damage altogether, I believe. So here this guy was nearly dead. I was just pursuing him. Then the blue phantom took out the white NPC. Now I should have hit him right there. I should have done a heavy attack rather than run and then attack, do a dash attack. But nonetheless, we finish him off right there. Both get an attack on him. Tiger has been destroyed. Oh man. Alright, so this is gonna be the very last match. And well, this person, I had invaded them 3 times. And as you may notice right there, I did put on the Hornet's Ring, but I have very good reason for that. You guys will soon see. So the first 2 times I invaded him, well, once I lost, then the other time I won. And you'll see why this person is so cheap. Alright, so he's using a weapon that does great critical damage. I assume that's the bandit's knife. And I have to be really careful with this person that they don't riposte attack me, which is why I'm not really spamming R1. And of course, I'm at the lower ledge, so I have to run back up. And by the way, this is a heavy flasker. And what else is cheap about this person is her build or his build. Her build or his build, it seems to be a high vitality build, relying on lightning weapons. So I decided maybe I can get some damage with my fireball. Great fireball. But I didn't do too much damage. I was able to get backstab right here. And see, I do about over 1,000 damage with that. Now he puts himself or herself out of position where she can flask. Yeah, once again, it's hard to tell if it's a guy or a girl when it's a person using Hable set. But I start spamming Great Combustion because I know she will only take advantage of her poise, her health, her flasks. And luckily for me, I was using the Hornet's Ring. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to defeat this person. And right there, I get riposte attacked. I get parried, but luckily I don't get riposte attacked. And she thinks she has her back to the wall, but I actually managed to backstab her barely. I was going for a chain BS, honestly, but that didn't work out so well. Then I just barely attack her before she can get a backstab on me. Then I celebrate by doing that emote. Man, that was a tank. That is a pure definition of tank. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.